All right, guys, we back with our last interview of the evening. Welcome back to Chi-Town Showcase 2023. Our two last guests of the evening are family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that simple.
Hey, man, we're family.
We're family. I've known this guy for over 20 years.
That long.
We went to college together. Our children literally grew up together.
Yep.
Your oldest child and my oldest child are just a few months apart.
That's it, man.
So I'd like to welcome Kenny Freeman and his son, Karter Freeman, to the show.
Thank you. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
Karter, we'll start with you. Where you from? And say it loud and proud, too.
I'm from Philly.
The louder.
I'm from Philly.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're from Philly.
Hey, man.
What school you go to? What year are you in?
I go to Delaware County Christian School. I'm a freshman 2027.
Okay. You came all the way out to Chicago to see where you measure up against some, not just talented Chicago players, but some top talent of Chicago. How you think you did?
I think I did really good. Something that could improve on, but like Chicago's really aggressive. I can say that for sure.
Okay.
And they got a lot of talent for sure too.
I agree with you. I actually thought you did really well. I loved how just aggressively subtle you was. You didn't overdo anything. You didn't underdo anything. Of course, I'm sure you'll kind of look back on it. I'm sure you'll have a conversation with your pop about things that you could probably improve on. But I was very proud and pleased that you came out here and held your own, like, you know, as nephew. Like, I thought you did really well.
Yeah, thank you.
What would you say some of your strengths of your game, and what would you say you need to work on?
I was saying I was like cutting. I was making sure people were seeing me. I was seeing other people, doing my part in defense, talking out loud, and things like that.
Okay. And what would you say something you need to work on?
I think I could have shot a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, only a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, that was it.
So I want to make sure that you are not too hard on yourself in that, number one, you're still a freshman, right? You got plenty of time to grow. Your shot will come with more rhythm and being in the gym. You got to become a gym rat. I had Chris Riddle on here, and he's in the gym, what do you say, about 6 times a day or something like that? And he's going to DePaul. So in order to go from where you are to where you want to be, like, it's going to definitely take work, but it's also something that you gotta want to do. All right. Kenny.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Let me let the people know that outside of – actually, no. I can't even say outside of that. Like, you may be our biggest supporter of this podcast.
Hey, man, listen. You gotta support your friends, man. You gotta support your family. And I'll go as far as saying I played high school basketball in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Right? As of now, I know more about Chicago basketball than I do of Philadelphia basketball.
So do I. And I didn't play high school basketball.
Right. And I played. And I'm like, man, he's got, man, boop. Yeah, I got some players out here, man. I like it.
Definitely.
I like it, man.
Why did you feel like Karter should be here?
Well, so it's called the Xposure runs, right? Where you're not just giving exposure to players who are not being seen, things like that, and you're allowing them the opportunity and the spotlight to be seen by other people. But when you plan this, it also exposes you, and it shows you what you need to work on. Mm-hmm. So that's why I feel like he needed to come here so he can play against the cream of the crop of Chicago basketball and see what he needs to work on, see how good these guys are, see how much work they put into their game, and it'll benefit him in the long run, because you can play in one area your whole life, but you have to get out of that area and see what else is going on out there. These guys here, man, they're strong. Listen, one thing I noticed right off the bat, they fast as crap.
Yeah.
They
real fast.
They were flying and nobody was tired. No.
My eyeballs was tired.
I don't know if it's the Chicago wind. I don't know what's going on, but they got some wind. They're going back and forth, man. These balls were flying.
Yeah. How you think Karter did?
I think he did okay. I know there are some things he can work on from just watching him play. Mm-hmm. Cardio is one. his angles, getting to the basket, things like that. So there's some things he needs to work on, but that's. And he's a freshman. We have time. Like, actually, tomorrow we're going straight to the gym. Like, we're going straight to the gym tomorrow. As soon as we get from the airport, I just already hit my guy. Hey, you free tomorrow? I'm gonna get Karter in there.
So the one thing I used to tell Xavier, Karter, and I know for a fact that your mom and dad feel this way, is that we are willing, and it doesn't have to necessarily be basketball. If you wanted to be a chess player, if you wanted to be a rock and roll star, band camp, we are willing to pour the resources into you if this is what you want to do. I mean, you obviously see it with your older brother because he's, into fashion and modeling and photography and all of that. So if this is what you want to do, like, getting up in the morning, getting to work in, after school getting to work in, weekends getting to work in, I know for a fact your dad will pour that money into you with the resources, because it ain't necessarily just about the money, right? But then also, it's stuff like this. Like, what's the use of having a type of platform like this if I can't invite family and friends to take part of that? So it was really important for me for you to be here. It might have been a little bit more important because I get a chance to kind of show family and friends back at home, like, they get a chance to see it up close and personal as opposed to social media.
Yeah, and this was a big event.
Yeah.
Man,
it was.
You had to get VIP clearances to get in the elevator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
I don't know what I signed. So I hope you're not coming for nothing, because I don't have nothing.
No, we're not. But
that was a nice waiver I signed.
Yeah, it was. And we had, just so you know, we had over 90 videographers and photographers in the building.
Okay.
Karter and obviously Solomon, they had their own videographer.
Yeah.
We had about 25 college coaches here on all levels, with the exception of Division One. Division One they're not allowed to come out until I have to get the event like NCAA sanctioned. And when I do that by the next one, then they'll be able to come out. But thanks to my guy Bo Harris, always got his held down. So we had a live stream the entire time.
I was sitting next to the live stream guy. I didn't know it. Yeah.
Well, which happens to be his son too, by the way.
Okay.
Family business.
I didn't even know I was sitting next to him the whole time until I came over here. I saw that camera. And I'm like, oh, that's the same camera. I didn't realize I was being live. Okay.
Yep. So, Karter, when you think about these type of platforms and this event overall, let's just kind of talk a little bit about, like, what this platform and what this event meant to you.
This meant a lot. This is my first game where I'm coming out the state, and people coaches from colleges and high school are getting to see me play. I was a little nervous, but everybody was cool, they was friendly, and it was calm down, you got this. And
They was supporting you?
Yeah, it was real support.
So one thing I had said to another guest we had on here, this is a networking event where we just happen to be playing basketball.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a networking event for you with your peers, your basketball peers. Yeah. It's a networking event for parents, other parents. It's a networking event for coaches. It's a networking event for for the media people, the
vendors.
The vendors, right? The food was off the chain.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeremy Fierce. But I just really want to stress how much this really meant to me that you were here. I wish Xavier was here to kind of see it. I know he would be, a proud big cousin to kind of see, you taking your next step, if you will, to beginning your high school career. Like your dad said, you got time, but it comes fast. So if you really want to do this, like all jokes aside, if you really want to do this, now is the time to start putting in and just kind of structuring your habits as it relates to becoming an elite player. What that looks like is eating right. It's sleeping. It's obviously.
I'm sorry. Say that sleeping part again.
Okay. Eating right.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Say that sleeping part again.
One more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Eating right.
Okay.
Sleeping. One more time.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Academics. Actually, the academics should have been first, and then of course it's what you putting into your craft. All right. If you're not putting nothing into your craft, then you ain't gonna get nothing out of it. All right. With that being said, I'm going to ask you both to do something. First, I'm going to ask Karter, I want you to give yourself a future message. When you look back on this 10, 15 years from now, and I want you to give yourself a message on, who you are, what you want to be. Just give yourself a future message.
That's a good question, man. If you watching this right now, you should be in the NBA. If you're not, I'm gonna be a little mad at you. I'm not gonna lie, but if you're there for a reason. I'm proud of you, or us, for what we got there to do, and keep working. Don't stop. You can always go farther, no matter what.
I love it.
That was dope.
I actually should have made him go last.
That was nice.
That
man.
was actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it was.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Wow. So you better top that. So Kenny, I actually want you to give Karter a future message, and just kind of, whatever you want to say to him when he looks back on this. I want him to, be proud of the message that you give him.
All right, son. I'm proud of you. I knew you could do it. I'm happy at the man that you've become. I knew you would be that man from the early stages of your life. You're always respectful. You're always well-mannered. And you had that drive at an early age, and I'm happy that you stuck with it. I'm just proud of you. Your mother's proud of you. And I can't wait to see the other things that you have in store for your life.
That actually got me choked up a little bit.
Yeah. So you thought I was playing at first, but I was a little choked up myself. I had to get myself
Yeah,
together,
I was a
you know
little
what I'm
choked up. That actually choked me up a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, because just being friends with you for so long.
Yeah, you are choked up. I see
I
you.
am.
Yeah, I see you. Come on, get yourself together, man. Come on, get yourself together. And we're not playing. Like, this ain't no joking thing. Like, we're really family. Like,
Yeah,
we're really like
we
family.
are.
Yeah.
And
And I've saved your life a couple times. Like, it's a lot of things that
People don't know.
People don't know. Like, it's some real things going on right here.
but
Take your time, man. Take your time.
That's all you gotta do. Take your time.
Yeah.
like, I know how important like fatherhood is for us
Yeah. Yeah.
and our kids. Man, we really love y'all.
Yep. Come on.
We really, really love y'all. Like, everything about y'all from the day that y'all was born. Like, we just really love y'all.
Yeah, man.
And I love y'all, man. I love y'all family.
Love you too, man. It's,
Man,
and the thing with fatherhood with us, right? Your dad died. Your dad passed.
his death day is coming up.
Yeah.
His birthday is on Tuesday.
My dad passed, so it's like we take this fatherhood thing serious because there's times where I wish my dad was there to see certain things. Just so I could ask him questions so we could experience things together, and he's not. So I try to make it my best to do that for mine. You know what I'm saying? So that I can always be there to experience these things, so to let him know he's not alone, to let him know he has somebody there in his corner. We may not always agree, but we're gonna get through it whatever together.
Mhm. Together,
you know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep.
And that's the serious that's the serious part of fatherhood. Even my man Bo back there, he's a dad. He got his son working in the other room. We try to keep our kids close because today we're living in tough times. We're living in tough times where parents are burying their children.
It should never be
It should
that.
it should never be that way. It should be that the children are burying their parents. So I want to make sure I keep my son close. Same with you. You want to keep your son close. Like you told me the phone call he called you the other day, and I'm saying you want to make sure you keep your sons close. I keep the location on my oldest son's phone. I'm checking cameras. You just want to make sure your kid is as safe as they can be, and you want to know that they have you as that support system to be there for them. And it's tough being a parent, man.
It's tough being a parent. It really is. And I know, like, our fathers, regardless of their presence or not, sometimes they didn't really know how to do this. And so it's just so easy. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off with that, man. I thank you again for coming, and safe travels home, man.
Well, let me say this, man. The event was cool. I'm more happy to be on the show, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the show made it. Like, yeah, they was playing basketball. We got some chicken and some macaroni and cheese. I got an elevator. Yeah, but this right here,
This was it?
What's up? I'm on this, John, man. Yeah,
No, I
man.
appreciate
Come on,
it, man.
I don't get to say
You wanna-
my top four
You wanna-
coaches.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, who's your top high school coaches?
I don't know.
They're right. All right, real quick. Top 5 NBA players. Your top 5.
All right, here we go. My top 5.
I said quick.
So if I had to go, I'm putting Shaq
Okay.
at center. Yes. I'm going to put LeBron in there. I love me some Bron. I'm going to put Jordan.
Okay.
I'm going to put Kobe. And I'm going to tell you something about Kobe too, right? I didn't like Kobe. I didn't like Kobe because everyone was comparing him to Bron.
Got you.
And I was like, nah, Bron is my guy. But it wasn't until the passing of Kobe, I'm like, I ripped this guy off of all the love I should have been giving him his whole life because whatever. All right, it's Kobe.
And who's your last one?
And I need a point guard, right? I need a point guard. See, I want to say Steph, right? But Steph going to mess me up on defense. I'm going to say Kyrie.
Okay.
I like Kyrie.
There it is.
I'm going to say Kyrie.
We're going to sign off with that, man. Appreciate you guys being a part of the podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode.